Hi, I'm Rob, and in this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this class trial event in the Diabolist class. It's one that I need to get to 100 myself, so nice to have one of these available for use. First things first, always make sure you grab tier 1 from the shop. This gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops will start enchanted at the start of each and every battle. But a little tip here, don't go buying tier 5 just because it has that weapon. It is the class weapon, and as such will be given to you for free when you complete 250 wins in Diabolist class. So that is a free weapon you will get eventually anyway, so do not go spending your hard-earned gems. Right, let's get on with the fight. And the team for this at first is going to be really simple. We are restricted to blighted lands and demon troops. So for this, Baphomet is by far the best troop for this. If you have it, deals magic-based damage to 3 random enemies, and if the enemy is burning, deal a double damage. Also deals a triple skull damage versus burning enemies, as well as reflecting 25% of skull damage. So you can see where it's going to go with this. Just on the early stages, we'll just be charging these up and casting, and we just have to cast one, then a second one, and the job will be done. But as the enemy gets more powerful, we're going to want to switch the team around. You're going to want to change Fiend Fire to the top. I'll explain that weapon in just a second. As the enemy gets more powerful, and the reason is we're going to be in Slayer class, and that last awesome trait, deal triple skull damage to burning enemies. Fireblade is actually in the Diabolist class as well, but if you had that on level 100, then I'm not sure why you'd be doing this event. So because normally you're only doing it to get the class to level 100, but there's others that have the Fireblade class as well, or talent, not just in Slayer, but Slayer is particularly good for it. Now what we have here is also inflict bleed on all enemies when an enemy dies, as well as become enraged when an enemy dies, which means skulls do even more damage. And we're going to go for gain 4 attack, counter attack, up in flames, fire starter, vengeance, bloodthirsty, and of course Fireblade, which will come into its own later on, but we'll shift them around like that for the minute. And the banners are going to be +2 purple, +1 red, -1 brown. So let's dive in. This should be pretty quick. With the potion of enchantment, extra purple, the team is going to get charged up really quickly, providing there's some purple and red on the board, which seems to be missing at the moment. That's literally how it goes sometimes. Wow. So there's that. The second one will be available on the next turn, so no need to have to think about that. It's basically all the while you're wiping out the enemy in just a couple of casts of Baphomet. You can leave Fiend Fire at the bottom. But when it gets to the point where you want to start dealing heavy skull damage, then that is when things change, and you want to put Fiend Fire to the top of the team. That bleed affects true damage as well, so that helps kill opponents who are lingering around on just a small amount of health. Next return there at the same time. You don't want to go casting the first Baphomet right now, otherwise you'll have to wait before you can cast the second one. Grab a second lot of red first, or purple, and then you can cast one. As it turned out, we killed one anyway with a lucky skull hit, but that's not always going to happen like that. What I'll do, I'll pause the video after this fight and let's jump forward a couple of stages just to show how we adjust the team slightly. There we go, got both of them ready. No need to wait for casting around on the next one. And no, Corvash, you're not stunning us and draining our mana. Come on, Isabel. Grumpy looking little thing you. Looks like someone took the jam out of her donut. There's Queen Isabel. She's not looking impressed in the slightest. What? No colours? Oh well, may as well hit him with that then. So we enchanted anyway. And they just died anyway. Right, I've jumped forward a few stages now and we'll change the team around slightly. Fiendfire, one of the best things about this is the spell and the fact that it burns all enemies when it casts. The benefit to this is Baphomet deals a triple skull damage to burning enemies, and if the enemy is burning, deals a double damage in its own spell. So you can do it that way if you like. You can charge up Baphomet and then Fiendfire next, but if you like, you can also put Fiendfire to the top and do it the other way round. This way you get to cast Fiendfire first, which will burn all enemies really quickly, and then Baphomet will deal double damage versus the enemies. So with 3 of them, that is going to be a lot of damage, so let's go with it this way. Sorry, Queen Titania, you're about to get burnt. We'll collect this for our Fiendfire. Of course, you are relying on purple for this. Now we'll cast this first with the Fiendfire. I'm going to let him have that green, so I'm feeling generous. Now we don't actually need this anymore, but when we cast Baphomet, we would have been doing double damage, but the enemy will get more powerful as we progress through this set. I was looking for purple at the start, which is pretty handy if it's there. Now we'll cast Fiendfire first. Baphomet next, and they died because of the effect of the bleeding. Pretty straightforward team. Fiendfire first. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Fiendfire first. What do we need? Red. Actually, that Baphomet's ready the next round. Job done. Let's do a couple more fights after this, because this literally will be how it goes. A very straightforward team to use. The fact that they're burning is going to make them die quicker, because anybody on really low life, like that Raven thing, will conk out anyway. Queen Isabel. Just grab purple or red at the start. You can get these charged up now. Definitely help if you haven't got your Fiendfire on a particularly high level. But now we get double damage from these. Bing, bang, bong. So yeah, just show 1 or 2 more, because that is going to be the team. Fiendfire. Baphomet. And that is going to do you good for a long time, because basically you got 3 of those Baphomets, and the second one was just killing that enemy with just a small amount of health left, so there was a lot more damage left in his team yet. Can slow down with a lack of required purple. Oops. Technically should have waited 1 more round or collected 1 more lot of red first, but it's only 1 round. And Mab is out of here. Grab that red, thank you very much. Right, let's get the second lot of red this time, so we don't have to hang around with any of this casting. Don't need to bother with that extra purple, don't need it. The enemy is a goner. Right, last two. Let's grab that. Anyway, being as though there's like hardly any purple on the board at all. Ugh. Let's try and get that red a bit nearer, I suppose. Alright, let's get this. Patience is the key sometimes on these things. Don't just go casting Baphomet. Because it's there, it's actually slower in the long run. Wait till you got your Fiend Fire there. And then you can cast your Baphomets and get that extra damage. Alright, last one. And Queen Isabel can go about her miserable day, wondering why she's got such a grumpy face all the time. Actually, if she keeps getting set on fire and blasted out of it in this game, then that's probably a clue. Let's get that purple Nero, not that we need it now. Good thing is this will hit the same opponent twice if it's the last one left, or 3 times, whatever's required. So yeah, there it is. Really easy team. Don't forget to grab your rewards at the end. You can go up levels as you go along, which means you can actually buff yourself up if you get to the next champion talent level and give yourself an extra champion talent. Well, there's a video. If you found it useful or helpful, be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.